Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good start of your week. I hope you're staying healthy and safe. Today I want to talk to you about the recently released Jordan 1 Shadow 2.0. We're going to have an in-hand review and we're going to look at the current resale market and we're going to try and make some resale predictions based on what we know so far. Now, before we start, I just want to take you back to 1985. This is when the OG Jordan 1 Shadow came out initially. So yes, this is an OG colorway. Again, came out in 1985. And throughout the years, we've seen different retros of the Jordan 1 Shadow. There was one in 2009, we had one in 2013, and then another one in 2018. Also, we've had different variations. We have a Flyknit shadow, we have a 3M camo shadow, we have a KO Jordan 1 shadow. There's also a collab with Ali May. It's a woman's shoe that's doing really good numbers. And we also have a bunch of lows and a bunch of mids, all in the shadow colorway. So as you can see, this is a really popular colorway. Again, it's an OG colorway and very sought after. It's a no-brainer that Jordan brand decided to do another retro, this time the Shadow 2.0. And it is a 2.0 because of two main differences. First one would be the toe box, which is black. Originally, it was gray, or the shadow colorway, and also the front side panel. We have it gray, but in the original one, it was black. So they just, mixed this two toe box and the front panel. And that's why this is the Jordan 1 Shadow 2.0. Now, for the official release, the official date was May 16, 2021. And we had men's pairs and grade school pairs. In US, retail was 170 US for men's and 130 for grade school. If you're in Canada, retail was 230 for men's and 150 Canadian for grade school. In terms of stock numbers, I don't have a lot of information, but what I do have is the foot sites, the online stores that dropped in the US and Canada. So for US, we have about 18,000 pairs, both for the men's and grade school combined. For Canada, we only had the grade school dropping online, and there was about 2,000 pairs in stock. I don't have, like I mentioned, the physical stores. I don't have the stock. I don't have anything for Nike sneakers. But if I were to estimate, I would say US and Canada, it was probably at least 100,000 pairs, men's and grade school. So pretty decent stock, definitely a lot of W's. I've seen a lot of people winning, at least one, if not multiple pairs. I was able, as you can see, to pick up one pair, and I also have a couple of others that I was able to secure online. And, shipping takes usually about a week or so. But let's get into the review. I'm going to do a quick one. So this is a grade school pair that I have. I wasn't able to pick up any men's pairs. But for the grade school, I want to say I am quite pleased with the overall quality. The suede is quite decent. Reminds me of the Jordan 1 University Blue that just came out a couple of months ago. Leather is, I would say it's a bit stiff, but nothing that I have not seen before. So overall, it's a really good build quality. Not the best, not the worst. But I do like the color combination, the black and the the shadow, the gray colorway. I think it goes well with pretty much any outfit that you want to put on. And overall, like I mentioned, very happy with it. I'm not sure why people were complaining. I think once you get the pair in hands, you will be impressed, just like I am. I was expecting maybe the worst after looking at some reviews. But decent quality. I am overall happy with the outcome. So that's just a quick review. I'm not going to do an in-depth one. There's others that have already done that. What I'm going to look is at how the current market is looking. So we're gonna go on StockX. That's my go-to when I'm determining market value or current resale prediction. I'm gonna start with the men's pair, although I don't have one in hand, but we can see the numbers. We have about 8,000 sales so far. So from Saturday up until today it's Tuesday, 8,000 pairs that were sold on StockX. On average, the sales are looking anywhere between 240 to 260, maybe 270, give or take, depending on the size that you're buying. For grade school, we have about 2,000 pairs. And surprisingly, I would say, resale it's only at about $190 to $200. So now that we have a better understanding of the Jordan 1 Shadow and how sought after it is, and also we've looked at the resale numbers, I'm gonna give you my thoughts in terms of the resale prediction on the long, whether it's gonna be a good investment or not. And again, I'm gonna start with the men's pairs. Personally, I don't see it as a good investment. Because resale it's already about 250, 240, 260, give or take. I would probably see this pair going up to around 300, maybe 320 in the next 6 to 12 months. I know a lot of resellers are looking at the numbers for the Shadow 1.0, but I've mentioned this before. It has to do with the Last Dance documentary. So if you look before April of 2020, the Shadow 1.0 was going for about 330 to 350. Only after the Last Dance documentary, it jumped to 500, 550, even 600. So although it's an OG colorway, the initial 1.0, 2018, it was only going for 330 to 350 prior to the Last Dance documentary. And I would probably see the same with the 2.0. Again, about 300 to maybe 320. Now, is there gonna be another Last Dance documentary? If that's the case, definitely the price will be affected by at least $100. But without that, without knowing that, I would put this at around 300 to 320 US in the next 6 to 12 months. And for an investment that's already about 250, I'm only looking at 20 to maybe 25% return. And for me personally, again, it's not a good investment. Now, if you have pairs that you were able to buy for retail, my personal opinion or my suggestion for you would be sell them now while you can still make your profits. If you're in a state with no tax, you're looking at easily 70, 80 to maybe $100 profit. Just take it and then move on to the next opportunity. For the grade school, I would see this pair going for $250 to maybe $300 within, again, the next 6 to 12 months. So a better return, a better profit overall, because resale it's quite low right now. Honestly, I'm surprised why it's only $190 to maybe $200. So I would highly recommend picking up a couple of pairs. I wouldn't go all in because market right now it's a bit risky. It's not as high as it used to be. And also we're having more and more releases. I think since the beginning of 2021, we've had a Jordan 1 release either every 2 weeks, and if not every 2 weeks, for sure every month. And then it's probably going to continue throughout the remainder of the year. So it is a bit risky, like I said, and also there are a lot of releases, upcoming releases. Market might get saturated, and then people will try and pick and choose the best colorway or the best shoe that they want to invest in. So that's why I wouldn't go all in. It's a bit risky, but I do see huge potential. Again, around $250 to $300, I would be really comfortable. And when you're paying $200, you're potentially expecting 50% profit, which is a really good margin for me personally. If you're thinking about sizes, usually it's the 5.5Y to 7Y, but I've seen even numbers across the board. So I would go anywhere from 4Y to 7Y. If you're still thinking for the men's and you really want to, diversify your portfolio, I would go size 10 and up, 10 to maybe 13. those should be your priorities. We've seen a switch. Before, it used to be size 7.5 to 9. Those were the money size for men's. But now it's looking like, especially for Jordan 1, size 10 and up are the money size. So this is where I'm looking at. Those would be my suggestion in terms of resale predictions, and again, for you guys to decide if it's a good investment or not. Personally, I have one grade school in hand, a couple more in the mail, and I'll probably look at around 10 to maybe 15 pairs as an investment. My recommendation or my suggestion would be anywhere between $180 to $200 US for grade school. If you want to buy bulk and you find a bulk seller, maybe you want to go 210, just because you're buying bulk from the same seller. It makes it easier for you. As usual, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're making this investment, are you seeing any profits? Are you expecting, I don't know, high return? Or where do you see resale going for the Shadow 2.0? And also, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Stay safe and God bless.